But she betrayed me, and yes, people, that's what happens in reality TV. So I have her on my phone as Jodis to remind me of the betrayal. Interesting character, but the real nemesis on the show was a girl called Virginia McCary, as I used to call her Vagina Macaroni to her face, or Flip the Burger. She was dubbed, so I was dubbed Dr Botox by the British and Irish tabloids. Sometimes just the bitch of Botox, sometimes just the Botox bitch, like whatever. Virginia McCary was dubbed like heiress to a Irish burger joint dynasty. What am I saying? What am I even saying? Like a dynasty heiress, maybe to an Irish IHOP or an Irish Denny's. I mean, please, like they own like two corner fish and chip shops. Let's not lose the fucking one of ourselves. Very interesting character. She still looks amazing for someone her age. Like I think she's 57, 58 now, and she just looks amazing. Also, in an earlier episode on TikToks as well, people were asking me about her. I hadn't caught up, so I just wanted to go on record and state a few things really from the bottom of my heart, which is firstly, I didn't realise, I was reading a story from 2015, which is a Barry Egan story, and Barry Egan is a very reputable journalist in Ireland. Sunday Independent newspapers, again, a very reputable source if ever there was one. Anyway, I had been reading a article from 2015 in which the Norwegian had been saying that it was just a misunderstanding, and so I didn't think there was anything more to it. But luckily, TikTok viewers put up comments and messaged me saying, oh, no, there was a whole lot more to it. So before I go on record and clarify that, I'd just like to say that I didn't know that it had gone to the stage where police were arresting him and he was being deported back to Norway from Marbella in Spain. And obviously Marbella is a sunny place for shady people, so whatever. Also, just like to say as well, and again, I don't know the full story. My understanding is that Flip the Burger, as I like to call her affectionately, and I know she loves that because it's just more endearing than calling her Vagina Macaroni. But she was my real nemesis in the show, but super interesting character. Like I said, she looks amazing. She must be like nearly 57 now, and she just looks stunning. So very interesting character. She's lived a really amazing, cool life, to be honest with you. So kudos to her. She also has a bikini line called Miss V, and also I just want to go on record. Everyone's like, you dubbed her bikini line Miss V. I didn't. All summer long, I've been wearing Miss V bikinis in Kinta Delago. As soon as I get off the golf course, I pop on a Miss V bikini. So I didn't snub her bikini line, Miss V. All summer long, wearing it in Kinta Delago. Also down in Malibu before I go to Nobu for sashimi. So like whatever. Also as well, I don't appreciate the comments saying that I didn't congratulate her on her new engagement. In my defense, I was confused as to who she was engaged to. So, but also I did send a massive bouquet of flowers. Yeah, thanks a lot. Now, do I know she got it? No. But I did send it to her last known address. My understanding is they were on the move a lot for the last number of years. But also recently as well, I had an earlier podcast, I totally messed up. So I just want to go on record and say, I'm so sorry. I had read the article where Barry Egan, again, a very reputable source, Irish news from the Irish Independent, I had stated that I thought it was all over and done with. And then luckily, would you believe it, a lot of my TikTok followers were so good as to send me links. So I don't really know what to say with this. But and again, I'm confused because I'm just catching up to this. So I think what's happened is he was deported Norway, and then I think he's maybe getting out soon, but Vagina Macaroni is now engaged to somebody else who's actually from a really good family, so I'm very happy for her. Virginia McCary, sorry. Like I said, I actually really like her. She was a great person to have on the show, and she's super glamorous. Like I said, she's like 57, 58, and she just looks stunning. She looks like better than me on a good day. So kudos to her, amazing. But I'm just reading this here and realizing that, oops, my bad. So it goes, this is the moment fugitive and ex-former Irish reality TV star Vagina Macaroni. Oh, sorry, the fugitive ex of the reality TV star. For a moment I thought it was herself that got arrested. Jesus Christ, I have to be careful about this. So this is the moment, and they have it on the Irish Mirror, that the fugitive ex of the former Irish reality TV star, sorry, my bad, I thought it said ex-former reality TV star, I thought everyone was getting arrested. It says this is the moment that fugitive ex of former Irish reality TV star Virginia McCary is handed over to the police. So again, just to recap on this is my bad. I didn't do my research. So for the earlier episode of Diary of a Botox Bitch, oh, so embarrassing. And like I said, my source was Barry Egan, so I took it to be verbatim because Barry Egan is an excellent journalist, and the Irish Independent, particularly the Sunday Indo, is just an excellent news source, never to be questioned. So, and again, it's not that it's to be questioned, it's just that someone, Botox bitch here, didn't do her research and wasn't up to date. And luckily, like I said, many TikTok followers sent me the links here, and I'm reading it now, and it says this is the former. So basically, here's the deal. I did an earlier episode of Diary of the Botox bitch, and I explained that all was honky-dory from 2015, because that was my bad. I had read up and not really kept up to date with it. And also part of me just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it, that all of this was going on. Hard to believe. So thank you to Susan in Ballinasloe and also Becky Galway for sending me these links. A shout out. And this is the moment that the fugitive ex of former reality TV star Vagina Macaroni is handed over to the police and put on a plane to face justice. And again, my bad. I read it as the moment fugitive ex Irish reality TV star. She didn't get arrested, so sorry about that. Again, I'm just a little bit sick of the fact that people are saying things to me like you didn't support her bikini line. Miss V is beautiful bikini lines. And Virginia, if you remember, it was Macari Brennan initially and great designer. And she's always had an eye for style. She's super stylish, like I said, pressing on 57 or 58, and she's actually never looked better. So I'm just looking here at the link sent here. It's the Irish Mirror. This is the moment the fugitive ex of former, not the fugitive ex, not the ex former reality TV star, but her ex. Oh my God, actually, that makes me realise now. Are they broken up or what happens? Like when someone goes and is arrested, do they stay? Oh, anyway, I couldn't comment on that. But this is the moment that a fugitive ex of former Irish reality TV star Vagina Macari's ex is handed over to. I'm getting all muddled up now. She did not get arrested. Okay, is handed over to the police and put on a plane to face justice. Spanish cops held. I'm just reading this. Don't shoot the messengers. Reading this. Spanish cops held convicted fraudster Thor Castal last month in the upmarket resort of Marbella. Let's not lose the run of ourselves. Marbella is a stunning place for shady people. Quinto de Lagos, far better. 48-year-old. Okay. Had been on the run for more than 2 years following his release on bail after his initial arrest in December 2015. Does anyone know, did Flip the Burger, was she on the run with him? It's just shocking stuff to me, to be honest with you. And then it says Norwegian authorities issued a European arrest warrant. A European arrest warrant after he was sentenced to 2 years and 8 months in prison. So if this was in 2019, now hang on a sec, he must be getting out sooner, he must be out. But she's got to engage to somebody else from a really good family, so this I approve of. And I'm glad she kind of parted ways. But it says here, yesterday Spanish police, and this is again from 2019, footage is online. Spanish police released footage of his handover to Norwegian cops ahead of his extradition. Imagine being extradited. Jesus Christ. I don't think there's any business class when you're extradited. I think you're in coach. I recently actually had to get a Spirit Airlines. So this is for my American audience. I recently had to get a Spirit Airlines flight back from the East Coast. Of course, there was a medical emergency on board, and a medical emergency is a huge inconvenience for everyone. I get it, especially medical professions actually, and especially me, because we take a Hippocratic oath, but also like medical emergencies mid-flight, not really my vibe. Flight attendant, they were asking, is there a doctor on board Spirit Airlines? Please, the doctors are all un-American or unrealistic. Also asking for a nurse on board Spirit Airlines, also unrealistic. Just ask for like a hospital porter or I don't know, like a dental hygienist or a dental receptionist. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that when he was frog marched to the steps of a plane at Malaga airport, I'm pretty sure he wasn't in business class and was probably in coach. 2 undercover Norwegian cops followed the Spanish office as they led Norwegian away. And the officers have handed him over in Malaga, a fugitive on the run from Norwegian justice. But I'm just confused because if Vagina Macaroni was there with him, was she on the run as well, or is she like accessory to being on the run? Like I said, I don't want any nasty comments because I did send flowers to her to congratulate her on her engagement, and she's marrying a good guy from a really good family, so this is great and good stability for her. And I did send flowers. Do I know she definitely got them? No, I just sent them to the last known address. Like it even says here, they were on the run. I mean, I just did my best. I mean, on the run. Like I just like what can I do? Anyway, it says the Spanish National Police officers have assigned the Norwegian team until entry of TKD on a plane. What's TKD? Oh, that's his name. Well, he was always very nice to me on set, so I don't know. But again, thank you to everyone for bringing me up to date. I made such a fool of myself in the first episode, vehemently stating that there was no truth to it and whatnot. So sorry about that. Before we finish up the podcast, I just want to answer one question. Somebody had asked me about lip filler and marionette nasolabial lines. The best thing I would say, and this is the portion of the show that we called Botox, meaning Botox Talks, which I think is kind of cool. So Botox is advice on filler. We only have one question today, and the question is, how do you know if you need filler in your nasolabial? So what I would suggest is getting a mirror and leaning over, and if you see shaded areas, then you know that you probably need a little bit of filler, because it's good to know what you need before you actually go to the clinic, so you're on top of it or whatever, and you're not sold products that like just always take the consult and then go away and think about what you want to have done before you have it done. So that's how you would know. If you look into a mirror and you lean over and you see the shadows and the shaded areas, then that's the thing to do. And it's funny actually, if you look at my face, I just had filler here and here and here and here. But curiously, I had some Botox into this little orange peel into my chin here, and because the Botox was just 3 days ago, it hasn't taken yet. So when this taken, this will actually cement this area and it'll be more solid, which will give just generally a more solid jawline. Actually, that's the funny thing. Someone asked me what's the best bang for your Botox buck, and everyone gets it in the face, right? And then some people want to have it along the jawline, which is great because it'll give a really snatched look. But of course, there's always some idiot who wants to have it in the neck, and you've got to be super careful because if you get Botox in the neck, it'll relax the breathing apparatus. I mean, not always, but it can. And you know, I mean, no panic. You'll be back breathing independently in 3 to 4 months with no intubation. But if you were actually breathing apparatus, you're going to have to be intubated for 3 4 months. I mean, I don't want to dramatise the Botox. The point being, don't get Botox